I'm extremely pleased to have a chance to speak with you in this unique museum of what was called in the past MAD, M-A-D, mutually assured destruction. And tell me, with your personal background due to your very famous father, what is the main message of this MAD period to today?
Well, the MAD period was 1945 to 1991, the Cold War. Mm-hmm. And MAD stands for Mutually Assured Destruction. It was when the Soviets and the Americans both had nuclear weapons. It would be mad to fire one nuclear weapon, because if one was fired, many would be fired. There would be no winners. So the whole concept of this museum here in the Czech Republic, the Cold War Museum in Washington, D.C., is to make sure that we can learn from this period of time to prevent it from happening again.
You must remember Caribbean crisis. Mm-hmm. And the message which was, since that time, let's say, understood by both superpowers of that time. Aren't you afraid that today the risk of ignoring those lessons is higher?
Well, obviously, the risk is higher today, especially with the state of affairs in the Ukraine. Mm-hmm. It seems that we are entering a Cold War 2.0, the second version of the Cold War. Mm-hmm. I hope that it will not be as long. I hope that it will not result in a nuclear conflict, because that, of course, would be mad, and there are no winners should that happen. We must learn from the past in order to make it a better future for future generations and our children.
Perfect. I think the key role should be played by the leaders of both superpowers, which is Russia, Russian Federation, and the US, or the US and the Russian Federation. What would be your recommendation to these leaders?
Oh boy, open communication. During the Cold War, there used to be a red line, a hot phone, that instantaneous communications could be going from the Kremlin to the White House. Today, we do not have that. We need to have a dialogue between our national leaders, not just the Russians and the Americans, but also the Chinese, the Czech Republic. Every country needs to talk together more frequently than they do currently.
Exactly. My personal belief is that even the very Ukrainian conflict can be solved only through the leaders of the two superpowers. Mm-hmm. Would you second my opinion?
I agree with that. Mm-hmm. It is going to be up to Putin and President Biden at this time to discuss how to resolve this without further escalation.
I would second your opinion immediately. Look, there is new generations now around us, and they do not remember what we do. Mm-hmm. What would be your, say, advice to the youngsters?
Less video games and more history books.
Oh, that was a very smart position.
But again, through video games, you can incorporate historic lessons.
That's true.
So the designers of video games should be able to have a nuclear fallout bunker like this to go in and see what it would happen if a nuclear war would take place. They need to see the end result. A concept is hard to understand, but if they see it, they would better understand why not to do a Cold War, why not to do a nuclear conflict.
I think the famous movie called The Day After.
Yes.
It's a perfect resource for understanding the risks of today. I think you would second me with expressing sincere thanks to Mr. Vítovec, who succeeded to get together all these, let's say, objects, photos, interpretations, and so on. He did it for his own account, as far as I know. So, chapeau bas, as the French are called.
Thank you, but I need the support, because I'm doing almost myself. I need the support of the system, support of the state, and support of the official organization, because this is the private activity. And such a very important question, like you now discuss, need to official support. Without this, we are like amateurs.
Yeah, that's true. Let me finish, not waste your time more, finish this debate by promising hope. After the Ukrainian conflict is over and the architecture of European, and not only European security, is again, let's say, structured in a proper way, three of us will meet together again and open a bottle of a very good champagne. Are you in favor?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot for
Thank you, Joe. Pleasure. Thank you so
Gary,
much.
it was a pleasure for me.
Foxlaw,
Yeah,
thank you
thank
for our
you.
friendship.
Thank you, Gary.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And even better, hold on a second. We have your hand here.
There
we go.
That's needed. That's important. That's needed.